positive, unexpected outcomes. What's actually happened is that vaccine makers or people who are actually conducting clinical trials to go ahead and make the vaccines are actually going ahead and being quite open, being quite transparent, being quite vocal in terms of the efficacy of the diseases. And also what they're saying is that the vaccine, number one, is it meeting the efficacy and the safety standards set by the US FDA. A company's protocol is typically sent to the US FDA for review and is overseen by an independent panel of experts known as the Data and Safety Monitoring Board. So what has actually happened is that both Moderna as well as Pfizer has gone ahead and kept this particular details, the documents for conducting the trials, how they have selected the volunteers, what are the side effects of the drug and the trials that they are looking to go ahead and develop as vaccine. Also, what has actually happened is that in terms of Pfizer, in case of the COVID-19 vaccine that the company is looking to develop, it has been done, and there has been sharing of information mainly to accept as well as to address the growing suspicion among Americans and the rest of the world that there could be some amount of political pressure to produce a vaccine before the November 3 US presidential elections. And this was something that was worrying the market, that was worrying people all over in terms of our drug companies being forced to produce a vaccine that could result in a product being developed that could be unsafe as far as human consumption was concerned. However, Pfizer has actually said that so far results have been quite encouraging. In fact, they're saying that by the end of October, they would be able to get a significant amount of grip as to how exactly trials are going on. And in fact, that they are saying that post that they would be able to actually go ahead and say how exactly this particular product development has come about. Also, what they're saying, Pfizer's vaccine developed along and together with Germany's BioNTech SE, more than 29,000 people have enrolled in the trial that has started in July. Some have received the vaccine and the others have received a placebo, which basically indicates that they would be able to do a quick comparison in terms of how exactly the efficacy is working. What is the protocol? Essentially a blueprint for the clinical trial and contains granular details on things like patient selection, statistical analysis and measurement of outcomes as well as adverse events that have happened. So now Pfizer says by the end of October whether the vaccine is safe and effective, and they would be able to gauge that. What Pfizer is saying is that if the vaccine is shown to work by the end of October, it would go ahead and immediately seek regulatory approval for large-scale development of this particular vaccine. So far, it has not yet said as to what data it would be using. And the good part is data makers typically keep these details closely under wraps until a study has been completed. But in a positive twist, they're going ahead and very openly sharing this particular details of the development of the COVID vaccine for the simple reason that, number one, to set aside any political pressure comments, and also to ensure that the world at large knows what exactly is the outcome and what exactly is the status as far as development of vaccines are concerned.